Today on Rock the Park.
This is gonna test me maybe more than anything we've ever done. It's so brutal.
We're experiencing the super highs.
Oh, baby. There she is. That's our mountain. Oh.
And the deepest lows.
I honestly have no idea where we are.
We're pushing ourselves to the limit in Nevada.
It's just this huge, elaborate maze down here.
And it all starts right now.
I'm Jack Stewart.
And I'm Colton Smith. We've been buddies for years, and we love exploring the national parks.
It's all about packing up a car and just doing it. Just hitting the road.
Our goal is to visit every national park in this country.
And when you go off the beaten path like we do,
there's no telling what will happen next.
Get set to rock the park. This is US Highway 50 through Nevada, the loneliest road in America.
Out here, there seems to be nothing for miles, but don't go judging a book by its cover. Just over that horizon is Great Basin National Park. It includes desert as well as the high peaks of the Snake Range. And underground, the park is laced with more than 40 caves. The park gets its name from the Great Basin, a 200,000 square mile region that dominates part of the western United States.
The park itself is located in eastern Nevada, 300 miles north of Las Vegas. To start off our trip, we're trying to summit Wheeler Peak. And then, we're invited to lend a hand deep underground.
Oh.
Nevada is the most mountainous state in the Union. Wheeler Peak at more than 13,000 feet is the park's highest point and a challenging climb in any season. But with snow on the mountain, it can get really gnarly. Normally, Wheeler Peak Scenic Drive climbs to nearly 10,000 feet, but that's not the case today.
All right, road closed. This is it.
Most people start at the Wheeler Peak campground. But we have a 3.5 mile hike, 2,000 feet straight up this mountain just to get there.
Oh boy. Starting to feel that elevation. Can start to smell the firs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's great.
The mountain is covered with trees, and the bristlecone pines are the main attraction. Some are believed to be more than 5,000 years old.
We're hiking along Lehman Creek.
I was afraid it was gonna be frozen over. The water is flowing, which means we're gonna have water. That's huge.
Oh, baby. There she is. You see that? That's our mountain. Man, we have got a long ways to go.
We've been hiking for 2 hours and still no sign of our campsite.
Once we pass that halfway point, it has just gotten steeper and steeper.
Ooh, you see that? Oh yeah. Yes. I'm hoping this is our campsite right now.
Here's a road. This has gotta be camp.
Oh, this is great. And that is our view for the night. Wheeler Peak just calling us.
All that's left is setting up our tent and then finding that water.
We've come prepared for temps near zero. Our heavy-duty four-season tent provides some insulation, but we still have to take a few precautions.
It's so cold out right now that I have to stuff my water bottles in my coat so they don't freeze.
We're hitting the trail at daybreak tomorrow, and with 4 miles straight up this mountain and then back again, we can't afford a single glitch.
Is it not pumping?
Oh no.
It's daybreak in Great Basin National Park, and we're preparing to summit Wheeler Peak, the tallest mountain in the park at more than 13,000 feet. The trail up to Wheeler Peak is about 4.5 miles, but you gain over 3,000 feet of elevation. So it's extremely strenuous. Above 11,000 feet, the air thins, making the body work that much harder. So we're leaving behind all unnecessary gear. One thing we can't do without is water. On our way to the trailhead, we stop to fill up our water bottles. I get our filter out and I'm pumping, and nothing seems to be coming out of this thing.
Is it not pumping?
Something's not working. Oh no. This thing might be frozen over.
I'll get the stove. We'll just boil the water. It'll take longer, but we'll have water.
This is bad news because we're killing daylight here. We were supposed to be hiking right now.
It's definitely gonna set us back, but there's no way we can go hiking without any water.
We finally hit the trailhead, and at this point, we're at least an hour and a half behind where we wanted to be. Now, we've just gotta hoof it. There's so much snow, we immediately have to throw on the snowshoes, which help distribute our weight so we don't sink in. We get into a rhythm, and before we know it, we're a mile into this trail.
Oh, here it is.
Yep.
Here's the split. Wheeler Peak's about 3 miles away.
We've hit the switchbacks, which cut back and forth up the steep slope for a mile until we reach the ridge.
It's getting awfully chilly, and that breeze is just cutting straight to the bone.
The more we climb, the tougher things are getting.
They get so tough, most of our crew has to turn back, and we're left to run the cameras as we climb.
Oh, switchbacks, man. They get me. I'm out of breath.
Does that look like it's 3 miles away from you?
No.
Oh, that looks like it is a lot of miles away.
Slowly, we work our way up past the other surrounding peaks, and the higher we go, the windier it gets.
Okay, I think we finally hit the ridge.
Yes. It's so brutal. Those switchbacks are insane. The snow is a lot deeper than I thought it was gonna be, and it's steep. But now we have to go up that.
The long, rocky ridge is 2 miles long and rises 2,000 feet to the summit. We're still an hour and a half behind schedule.
The snow is making every step just so much harder.
The moment your foot hits the ground, it just sinks. And then, just like that. And that lift and sink, it just wears on you.
We are moving so slow right now.
Even at 1 o'clock, we're starting to see the sun fade.
And with the trail covered in snow, we can't be hiking down this thing at night.
Oh, starting to feel that air too, man. It's just getting thinner and thinner.
We're nearing an altitude of almost 12,000 feet. So I'm breathing extremely heavy. Oh, man.
Whew. Oh, that's still far away, man. And we still have a lot of elevation to climb.
We've got this tiny little window of daylight, and our goal right now isn't to make it to the peak by dark, it's to make it to the peak and be able to get down by dark.
I say we give ourselves 2 hours tops to make it, and if not, we have to come down.
We catch a break when the snow covering the trail disappears, but we're still racing the clock and the sun. From this point, we've got at least a mile left to get to the peak. We keep pushing, but eventually, the realization hits us.
All right, hold up. We've still got a ton of mountain ahead of us. The sun is going down. We're going real slow. It's so far away still.
We should probably call it. Oh man, we're so close.
We had this. We prepared for this. We got up early, and then just those little setbacks in the altitude just slowed us down, and I can't believe we're not gonna make it.
That's the way it goes. That's nature. All you can do is just give it your all. And we did.
We just ran out of daylight.
Yeah.
If we were to go up this, we'd be coming down in the dark, and that's not safe.
It's the right call. It really is. It's a bummer we have to stop here, but man, look at where we are.
Thousands of feet below, we can see the Great Basin extending through half of Utah to the east and almost all of Nevada to the west. We're disappointed, sure, but our adventure in Great Basin National Park is far from over.
I opened this thing up, and it is the scariest tiny little space I have ever seen in my life. Great Basin National Park in Nevada was originally founded to protect Lehman Caves with its awesome limestone and marble formations. Since then, 40 other caves have been discovered, and today, we're going to lend a hand in one of them.
Welcome to Little Muddy Cave.
Oh boy, we're pumped for this.
Great. I've got some data loggers that I'd like you to put into the cave. These record temperature and humidity every hour, and that can really help us understand climate change better.
Yeah, we're glad to.
We have 3 devices to place, but there's a catch. Little Muddy Cave is more like a tunnel. We'll be doing a belly crawl in the pitch black with dozens of uncharted passages that shoot off in every direction. And we'll be doing it alone.
You've got a mission. You can do it.
I've gotten better and better with caves, but this one, it's got me a little tweaked.
Right off the bat.
Yeah,
a tight crawl.
It is the scariest tiny little space I have ever seen in my life, and it just seems to go on and on.
Oh my gosh. It is tight.
How bad?
You gotta look.
Oh, man.
Can you do it? Because I can't go in without you.
I'm gonna give it a shot. That's all I can do.
For safety's sake, if one of us turns back, we all have to.
All right, I'm finally in the first crawl. And this is insane.
I'm questioning if this is something that I'm ready to even attempt. All right. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm nervous, and it's tight, but I just keep moving.
After crawling 100 feet, I finally make it to the first junction where the cave's limestone walls open up for some breathing room.
Oh, wow. Woo. That's tight in there. Oh my gosh, is that tight?
Jack, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Does it get better?
it widens out and it gets a little taller. You got it, man.
It's such a mental challenge peering down into something that you don't know where it goes.
All right, you're almost here. Checkpoint number 1.
I kind of need to pause and just take a deep breath.
This is a step up from what we've done. The fact we've made it this far, that's an accomplishment, because this is intense. All right, let's hang this thing.
Hanging the data logger from a natural jut or hook will give the device a better read of the air temperature. From here, our next drop spot is more than 650 feet deeper into this tight cave.
One more at least. We'll tackle this thing literally one crawl at a time.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a little bit of a squeeze up here.
So that squeeze was definitely a little tighter than what we had on the first crawl.
Oh, that's tight, man. Wow, that's tight.
You got it.
This is ridiculous.
Straight ahead lies the tightest squeeze yet, a tiny hole measuring about 24 inches across and only 9 inches high.
Boy, that's so tight, man.
If I go through, you can see how it's done, and then if you still don't like it, I can come back out.
Go for it. Give it a shot.
Here goes nothing. I'm through.
This is pretty insane. You just kind of slid?
I just pushed myself through. Push it, you got it. Push it. Yeah, you did it!
Where do we think we go now?
I just gotta figure out where we are.
Cave maps can be confusing, but it looks like we're halfway in. From here, we need to continue another 250 feet deeper so we can drop the second data logger.
Isn't this nice?
Yeah.
Feels like home.
I don't know where you're living, man.
We keep pushing it. And I'm starting to get just a little more comfortable. The cave's back section widens a bit, but we're seeing tons of side passages.
It's just this huge, elaborate maze down here.
I honestly have no idea where we are. You've got a tunnel that way, a short little one this way.
It's definitely not left.
Have you looked down here? It's a slide. And oh, dude, I see scoot marks. Those are scoot marks, right?
Those are definitely scoot marks. Slide down, buddy boy.
This steep, narrow passage drops 5 feet down into darkness.
And then it kind of opens up, and we can see 3 distinct directions. How does it look? Can I follow right behind you?
Whoa. Hold there.
There's all these different passageways going every direction, and we don't know which way to go.
To your left, is there anything?
There's a passageway, and there's a tiny one straight ahead. This is so confusing.
Our mission is in jeopardy. We've only placed 1 data logger for the park. If we turn back now, we failed.
We are lost. It's not looking good.
We're scrambling through Little Muddy Cave in Nevada on a mission to place 3 climate data recorders deep inside, but we've hit a snag.
Colton's up ahead scouting to see if he can get our bearings somehow.
I almost even wanna take a couple rocks and make a little circle so I'll remember how to get back.
There are passageways everywhere, to our left, right, diagonally, and we're looking at this map, and I can't figure out where we are.
A cave survey can be tough to read because many features look the same. Eventually, we managed to pinpoint our location.
I think this is it. This is number 2.
All right.
Yes!
It's a long room, about 750 feet into the cave.
Maybe just wedge it right in there, you see that?
Yep, let's do that.
We did it. Number 2 is down. We're bearing down on the 3rd one.
One more left.
Our final drop point is the very last room in the cave, more than 1,000 feet from the entrance.
I think this is it. This is it, dude.
All right. This is the end.
Yes!
I honestly cannot believe we actually made it to the end of this thing. Get that thing out, man.
All right, let's see. Where can we hang her?
There we go.
There we go.
Mission accomplished.
Boom! I was so hesitant to even get in here. I gave it a go. I did the first little thing, and I still wasn't like, okay, yeah, I got this.
It takes pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, and then that's when everything good starts to happen.
What a day. Woo, baby. We still gotta get out of here.
That's very true.
We've had some highs and lows on this trip, but we wouldn't trade it for anything.
Great Basin has blown my mind because you travel in this vast desert, and there's caves and just beautiful mountains and trees, but nature teaches you humility, and we were definitely humbled yesterday.
With all those obstacles, our goal was ambitious, but that's how goals should be. It's okay to be defeated as long as you don't let that one defeat define you.
We made the smart decision, and we got an experience out of that. I look at Wheeler Peak with respect.
That mountain's not moving. We can come back.
I will be back, I'm telling you that.
Great Basin National Park wowed us with the unexpected and challenged us at every turn. And remember,
If we can do it, so can you.
So the next chance you get, go out and rock the park. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave any questions or comments that you have.
And please subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more to come.